Welcome to the Course Creators Podcast with course design expert Jenny Rice. Whether you're an experienced creator or just starting out, this podcast helps build courses that resonate, transform, and make an impact. Each episode, we'll explore strategies and tips to help you create engaging, successful courses. Let's dive in.
Hi, this is Jenny Rice from Course Creators Podcast. I'm so very excited about our guest today. We've got Rashad Davis, who's a digital community strategist. So welcome, Rashad.
Thank you, Jenny, for having me. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm so glad to have you. So why don't start off, tell me a little bit about yourself and your background.
Yeah, so my name is Rashad Davis. I graduated in marketing from Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Started my company in 2010, a digital marketing agency. And during the pandemic, we transitioned to have a sole focus on community. So building community. This was during a time where everyone was in isolation, everyone was inside, and everyone was searching for community. And then that's when online communities kind of exploded and it shifted us. We saw the need and we started to provide a solution. And so our team is focused on creating world-class community experiences for digital course creators and community owners. So what we do is we allow our clients to focus on what they're great at, which is providing value, instruction, building, putting people together, connecting individuals around a topic. And we are focused on what we're great at, which is creating those implementing those processes, those best practices to create a great experience. And what it does is it allows for a thriving, flourishing community, a fast-growing community, a revenue builder, consistent, recurring revenue for our clients. So when those two come together, it really creates some magic.
Yeah, I love it when you said you work in your wheelhouse. A lot of people work in their wheelhouse where they can create impact, get the content, create the community, and you provide a service to help those people do it effectively. And as you said, generate revenue and be successful.
For sure. What we found is that a lot of our clients have these great ideas, a wealth of ideas that they would like to implement, but they just don't have the bandwidth. So what we do is we allow them to, what my passion is to hear the vision, catch the vision, and just go to work providing strategy and implementation to make that vision come to life.
That's great. And you offer courses to help train these people too. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, we offer webinars and resources and some training that we do offer through our website. So you can subscribe to that at t86marketing.com. And that's just really giving our insight, our experience on how, and even some case studies on how we've created these world-class communities. So we do offer, and there's consulting as well. So we do offer other alternatives if this is something that you want to take on yourself and create that world-class community experience.
Right. I love it that you do from here's some information if you want to do partially on your own, but really where we provide the value is a turnkey solution to say, hey, focus on what you're good at. We'll focus on what we're good at. And, we'll collaborate together to create really something magical.
That's the key to scaling. If you want to, of course, establish a solid foundation, you want to do it yourself, I understand. But once you get to the point where you're ready to scale, it's inevitable. It's essential to bring on a team because you cannot do it all yourself. You will spread yourself too thin and crash and burn. Any entrepreneur or business owner knows what I'm referring to. But when you're ready to scale sustainably and you want to make sure all your bases are covered, you have to bring on an experienced professional who sees the vision, believes in the vision, and has the skill set to make this thing grow.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in when you're creating content online, when you're doing something online, you don't have to be an expert at everything. And it's so hard when you do it on your own. So many clients that come to me for course creation, for example, they said, I tried to do it on my own for 6 months and I got lost and turned and churned and things like that. Frustrating. End up spending more time and money really than they could if they got help with a professional, right?
For sure, for sure. Like even if your focus is just course creation, there's email marketing that still is associated with it. There's still follow-up emails and client nurturing. Those things may not be your expertise. Your expertise could very well be teaching and your topic that you're teaching on. So all those other things, once you start to receive hundreds of students inside of there, you may need to start to look
Right.
into bringing on some other professionals.
Can you share maybe a case study of a client that you helped and what happened? It'd be really great to see the progress.
For sure. So we had one client who was a speaker coach, and he had a community where he was training and teaching individuals how to start and scale their teaching career. He was just on Facebook, a Facebook group. So we focus on other platforms that are geared towards community. But we understand that some people still are on the Facebook group, so we'll support them until they're ready to scale. So his challenge was growing the community, but he was a one-person show. So he had about 28 members and was generating about 5K a month. Once we came together, just in 3 months, he was able to grow the membership to over 70 members and generate over 14K on a monthly basis. And he was just so relieved, not just by generating that revenue, but also by just being able to focus on what he was passionate about, which was showing up on social media. He was confident in his ability to sell. All he needed to do is be able to focus on it. So all he was responsible for was showing up on social media and teaching inside the community. All the connecting the members, ensuring they're on the live calls, helping with member login, helping with life experiences, and they need to step away from the membership for a while. All those conversations we covered, and it allowed the community to thrive in a short period of time. So that's one example. We have several.
That's great. That's really good. It really makes a difference. I'm a firm believer. My friends used to call me the outsourcing queen because it's like outsource things that you not good at or you don't want to be doing or are not revenue generating, right? Because it's
Mm.
not valuable. Your time should be used in revenue generating things or providing that value that you do in your wheelhouse, right?
Yeah, I would say any task you can think of that when you think about having to do it, you start to get a little annoyed by it and you feel a little feeling on the inside.
Mhm.
Or if your clients, you listen to your customers, if they have shared that this area, hey, the customer service is a little bit slow, or hey, the tech, the login is always an issue, with the tech. So those are the areas that you need to say, okay, it's time to look into some alternatives and bring some other professionals in.
Yeah, what a great story to tell. And that person's thriving. And what I love about it is they're making a more of an impact.
Hmm.
The revenue is really good, but they're also reaching more people to help them with, what their message is and what they want to offer, their area of expertise.
It's all about
Yeah.
impact. Great
Yeah.
point.
So have you faced any challenges you've had to overcome in, I guess, growing clients, community channels and things like that?
For sure. So I would say the biggest challenge with community is that they'll say, yeah, a member will say yes today, but life happens, priorities change. So you'll have members inside a community that aren't really engaging. They aren't engaging in the community and they aren't taking part in the course, the curriculum. So we uh, created some alternatives to ensure that members stay engaged. We incentivize, we recognize, and spotlight and reward. So there are a lot of rewards that go into not only you getting taking advantage of what you paid for by engaging in the course in the community, but also when you're growing in your business, you're applying the knowledge. So we're tracking those things, we're rewarding those individuals, and it's equivalent to a student in school when we were back in grade school and you made the honor roll and you received a certificate to your favorite restaurant. That's what I equate it to. So when you do what you're supposed to do, we recognize and reward you for it. And what that translated into was engagement skyrocketed by leaps and bounds. Community engagement increased by like 1,000% in some communities. And then also members in the curriculums, in the courses, you can see their progress. They're completing their courses at a high rate. Many members are matriculating through the curriculum and graduating and receiving those rewards. People love their kudos. So once we started providing those kudos, we saw significant change in engagement.
That's great. I really believe in that sort of the dopamine impact, right? People
Yeah,
get that little, and that's why video games are so popular, because you get the little, flashes and things like that when you succeed with something. So it's really good to do that also.
100%.
Yeah, love it, love it. I'm a firm believer in experiencing it, adopting it, and assimilating it, and getting the reward for doing that, right? And feeling good
For
about
sure.
it.
Yes, yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
That's great. So as we end the podcast, do you have any tips for any other course creators or people creating a community that you can give them?
For sure. For course creators, I would say if you haven't explored the component of community, it's definitely something you want to do, because what it does is shifts you from students just engaging with you and all the source of the value is dependent upon you, to the value can shift to themselves, them connecting with one another, their shared experiences, them being able to interact and ask questions and receive support from not only you, but also your community manager. So it creates longevity in the life of the student, because after the course is complete, what happens next? Now they get to take the journey of implementing the skills and the knowledge that they've learned together and share those experiences. For community owners, I would say be passionate, truly passionate about connecting people. Lean into your systems and processes, and ensure that you have a team that supports you and knows what the long-term vision is, knows where you're going and where you would like this thing to grow to, because that allows different passionate ideas and strategies to be implemented into the community. And then the members have a much, much better experience when you have everyone on the same page, aligned with the vision and moving towards that goal together. So
Yeah.
that would be my suggestion.
Yeah, great. And it's so obvious, you know so much about it, and you're passionate about yourself and helping other course creator channel community owners and creating that I guess that tribe type of environment where people can learn and grow and experience from each other, which is so impactful and important, right?
Yeah, and I say be passionate about building community, because when you aren't and you're just in it because it provides some significant recurring income, they can tell, because you're not showing up at the level that translate as this person cares. I have clients that are just so passionate about what can we do to provide more value. How I want to ensure that they believe that the investment is well worth it. Like we're exceeding expectations. I have clients that are passionate about those types of things. So I really suggest that you have passion for your members, because they can tell, they pick up on it
Yeah,
quickly.
absolutely. Absolutely. You got to want to be there. And, that to me is a prerequisite to even starting it, right?
For
I,
sure.
I really believe life is too short. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, what's the point? So be passionate about what you're doing, how you're helping people, and your message too, right? Which is so critical.
For
Well,
sure.
I've
Sure.
learned a lot from having you on the podcast. So thank you for that. And I'm sure our listeners will have learned a lot too. So really good insight. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jenny. It's
Yeah.
always a pleasure. I could talk for hours about community and course creation. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no, it's been really great having you. So this is Jenny Rice from Course Creators Podcast with Rashad Davis, a digital community strategist and obviously very knowledgeable in his area. Thank you again.
Thanks, Jenny.
Thanks for listening to the Course Creators Podcast. For more insights and to connect with a community of creators, join our Course Creator channel on The Great Discovery. We offer both free and premium memberships. Check the link below. Until next time, keep creating, inspiring, and transforming lives.